sure I'm in this. All right, so boom, welcome back to another episode of the Black Caliber Podcast. I'm here with our guest,
Reggie Bay,
right? And he is the owner of
Veho Products.
Right. So can you tell us a little bit, like, what is Veho Products?
So Veho is actually an acronym that we use. It has two different meanings, which goes for vibrant educators healing others and vital eating healthy options. Because we do food, so we have a restaurant where people can actually come eat this food and try our alkaline food. But we also make products because we want people to understand that this is a lifestyle. And a lot of the people that come to us are trying to achieve a certain goal. So they're trying to either lose weight, get healthier, do something like that. And I want them to understand that it's not just one product base. This is a lifestyle. So when you come to us, it's not just about the food you eat, it's about the education that we're also going to provide you with about the food you're eating.
Okay. So what really got you started in this space?
My motivation comes deeply from my family. About 5 to 6 years ago, they told my wife basically that she'll never have a baby, will never be able to conceive, and that she will most likely pass away from Crohn's or lupus. And I didn't understand why that had to be at such a young age. At this time, we were like 22, 23 years old. So it's like, why does she have to go through this? Why can't she conceive? She's now starting life. And it put me on a journey to really dive and dig, because we went to over 20, 30 different hospitals. We even flew out the country to specialists, and they couldn't help her, and no one had anything to say. So I started asking, honestly, I started with Google. I started asking Google about her symptoms to see what it would say. And it put me on the path to just study the human body inside and out, and why when we put certain things in, it works this way, and when we put that in, it works that way. So that's kind of what it originated from.
Yeah, because I heard you were talking about like the broccoli thing. Yeah, I was listening. I was just grubbing.
You was grubbing. I know you was getting to it. So like, for example, broccoli is one of those things that's promoted a lot in the healthy world. And I'm not saying they don't have benefits to broccoli, but one thing I looked at with nature is that most of the things, if not majority of everything that comes from nature, won't give you a side effect like medication. So for example, broccoli may be able to give you some chlorophyll, yes, but at the same time, it has nutrient blockers in it. So it actually stops the body from absorbing nutrients, just like cauliflower. Cauliflower actually has an iron phosphate prohibitor inside of it. So when you eat cauliflower, it's eating iron out of your body, which you need iron. A lot of people don't understand how important iron is for your body. It's what feeds the cells throughout your whole body.
Until they're anemic.
Exactly. You get what I'm saying? Shivering all over and stuff like that. But you could eat cauliflower and it literally eats the iron out of your body before it leaves. So these are vegan things that people will say are plant-based. But my business is more about eating directly from Mother Nature, what Mother Nature put on the planet. We could drop 1,000 pounds of cauliflower and broccoli in the middle of the jungle. It'll never regrow itself. So if that can't reproduce its own self in all of that dirt in the middle of the jungle, what is it going to do for my body? And it's that simple when you start really looking at nature and what we're put here to do and what our bodies do. Our bodies absorb plant energy, I like to say. Because if you look at it, we're made up of minerals. The whole human body is made up of minerals. All minerals come out of rocks and the dirt. So I can't eat the rocks or the dirt because they're oxides and sulfurs, and humans don't digest that. So what happens? The universe is so powerful, it makes these plants grow out of these rocks and dirt and transfer the minerals through a process called iontophoresis, so we can get it in a liquid digestible. Iontophoresis. You can look the word up. This is a scientific word. It's the process of which natural plants, their roots go deep into the soil and transfer the minerals into a liquid digestible substance we can consume. That's another way to even understand that we're made of plants, and plants will be the best consumption for us. So that literally set me on a whole journey when I started finding this information, and then I started actually practicing it and using it and seeing how good I felt. I was like I told you, I was like 260, 70 pounds, so it changed my life.
So you're all vegan?
I like to say alkaline vegan. And why either alkaline vegan or I like to use the word plant-based, because I don't eat Beyond Meat. I don't eat garlic. I don't eat celery. I don't eat broccoli,
Garlic's not good
beets.
for you either?
Garlic has an oxide in it called allele. Allele stops wounds from healing. That's why back in the day, I'm from the Caribbean. And in the Caribbean, what they used to do if they really wanted to hurt you is soak a knife in garlic and then cut you with it. The wound will never close and you'll bleed out to death, because garlic stops the wound from healing. So imagine consuming this. Obviously, our body has hydrochloric acid and things to diminish that, but still imagine what it's doing. It burns out the whole mucous membrane of your intestines. You don't want that, because when your stomach has a lower pH than the rest of your body, it's very hot in there because it's supposed to break down the food. So if that mucous membrane starts to burn away and that stomach acid starts to leak out, it starts to heat up the rest of the body, and now we have other ailments causing. So something as simple as garlic, yeah, it'll lower your blood pressure, but it can burn away your whole mucous membrane. And vegans love garlic. So that's why I try to find a balance in it. But when I'm marketing and stuff like that, I guess, yeah, I'm vegan. I guess you could say that.
Okay. Yeah, because I'm like, so no, like, so I'm guessing meat's not good for you at all.
Meat is pure uric acid. And I like talking about athletes because they think they need meat for B12, right? But B12 is a cobalt derivative. And cobalt is another one of those minerals that come out the dirt. So why would I need meat if cobalt is a B12 derivative and it comes out the dirt? Wouldn't that mean I just need something out the dirt, like my carnivorous greens, like some kale or callaloo that grows straight out the dirt, some plantain leaf? These are the things that'll give you that same dose. So that's why I'm big on providing the information. I'm not just here to tell you don't do that or don't do this. Like, no, if you do this, you can still get B12. And then when you really study how much B12 the human body needs, it's really hard to be deficient in it. You could literally go roll in the grass and get B12. It's from the dirt. That's why animals have it so much, because they live outside. They live in the dirt. So they have B12. And now we're getting a secondhand form of B12 and protein. When we could just go straight to the source, where our body understands it and absorbs it better. But meat also is loaded with uric acid. Uric acid causes gout, kidney stones, a lot of those things. So meat is loaded with a lot of that. And if we're talking about nutrient absorption, meat don't break down past the lipid stage. So how much you can't even get it to the phytochemical and phytonutrient components to absorb the minerals from it, because it don't break down past lipids. The body can't do it. The acid in our stomach is not hot enough to break it down. That's why animals have a whole different stomach than us. That's why it's much hotter in their stomach to break that down. We don't have that. So I even started studying our body, our teeth. We don't have our canines, the way they work. They don't work to bite through meat. You get what I'm saying? Our hands, these are to grab stuff off of trees. If we were meant to eat meat, they would have put us like this. I'm sorry to move on the camera, so we can hunt. You get what I'm saying? We're not built like that. You get what I'm saying? Because we're not supposed to be hunted. You get what I'm saying? That's not molecularly sound for us. Our molecular structure needs H3O2, which is fruit. Fruit is the highest yielding energy on the planet. So anything you eat is to yield energy. That's the point. Why not eat something with the highest yielding energy that actually absorbs faster than any other food on the planet? It's that simple when you start looking at it like, wow, I'm eating to make energy. Nothing yields more angstreams of energy than fruit. Fruit doesn't even need the pancreas to absorb. That's why I'm able to help a lot of diabetics, because I put them on a 100% fruit diet. They think I'm crazy because of the sugar, but I know that their pancreas isn't working properly. So either the cell can't open, it can't open for the glucose to penetrate the cell, or their body just can't make the glucose that they need. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna give you fructose. I don't care about glucose. I'm gonna give you strictly fructose. It's gonna go to the liver and it's gonna absorb in the blood through cellular infusion, because that's what fruit does, and it's gonna absorb with the blood right away. And now the pancreas goes, wait a minute, I don't have to do anything for this energy. I have all this energy and I don't gotta work for it. I should rebuild myself. And it starts to rebuild itself and remove the debris and the mucus that's stopping it from working properly in the first place. Obviously, we use certain herbs to help aid that process more, but this is just the simple process of learning the way your body works. Oh yeah, you're a diabetic, eat 100% fruit. I promise you in 2 months, you'll be off of metformin or whatever insulin they're giving you.
Okay. So, all right, so.
Sorry,
I'm actually trying to figure out, right? Because with me, like if I eat certain fruits, it makes me itch. Like apple skin. Makes my mouth itch.
Which apple? And that's where it comes to me providing the information, because a lot of the apples are hybridized. So the only apple I eat is the gala. If it's not the gala, I don't eat it. And the reason is because the others are hybridized by man. So like I said before, anything hybridized by man, your body is always gonna have some type of reaction, whether it's itching, tired, sleepy, this, that. Your body is gonna react in a way because there's things in there that aren't soundly natural.
Yeah, because certain fresh fruits, will drive me crazy.
And make sure they're seeded. If a fruit does not have seed in it, it is unnatural and it has an unbalanced level of fructose, which will throw off your sugar. So if the fruit don't got seeds in it, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about
like cherries.
Yeah,
those make my mouth itch.
Really?
Yeah, like
can I be honest with you?
You don't really eat seeded cherries. I'm not gonna I'm not eating Marciano cherries.
I get it, but so I'm gonna be perfectly honest with you. The itch you're getting is your body trying to cleanse itself. So based on the way you eat now, I can almost assume there's maybe 1 or 2 parasites in your body, right? When you start eating the healthier food, those parasites get uncomfortable. The parasites bury themselves either in your central nervous system, they like burying themselves right here, because all the nerve endings in your body start to meet up right there, and they want to control the nervous system so they can tell you, hey, go get me a piece of cheese and chicken now, because that's what they need to survive. When you start eating the cherry, they're like, whoa, you trying to get me out of here? Let me send some itching up there. But it's literally your body having a reaction to it. Your body's trying to cleanse. It's like I helped a few people with herpes, let's say. When I start helping them and I put them on the fruit, they get outbreaks like crazy and they get scared. But I'm telling them, hey, this is normal. It has to come out for us to get rid of it. Think about it that way. So your body is actually trying to get rid of something because you're finally giving it something with the proper mineral composition and nutrition to get rid of the waste. But then once we feel that, we think that's a symptom and we stop. So then the parasite wins.
So how long would that go on for then?
Honestly, that process is different in every human body, but to be honest, it depends. If you're really cleansing while consuming the fruit, because you got to add herbs with it. Herbs cause a poisonous reaction in the body that causes the body to detox, and the fruit helps flush everything. So if you're not using herbs, it's going to take you longer. But if you're using herbs, give yourself 2 to 3 months. I just came off of 4 to 5 months on fruit, and it changed my life, brother. I'm not going to lie to you. I was a big dude, like I said. I had a lot of different ailments that I'm going to be putting in documentaries soon, autoimmunes and all. And for me to see in 4 to 5 months my life change was enough for me to keep going on the path there. Because I did it for my wife, but I never really drove in for myself. And in 4 to 5 months, if I show you the things that came out of me, you wouldn't even believe that could live inside of me. Like, these worms are long. They have heads. They eat the blood. Like, they look nasty, but these things literally are living entities that's living off your body. You're their host, you know? And I like to tell people, how can you make a great decision if something else has something to do with your nervous system? If it's kind of controlling the way you think a little bit. You got what I'm saying?
Because I always thought that, like, every animal you see has parasites. And I just recently stopped eating pork because of that. Like, things like that. Like, I always see that, like, any fish, because I'm big on fish.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Any, me personally, I have tons of fish.
Okay.
And that's the first thing you do. You treat it, you just watch stuff come out.
You watch stuff come out.
Or praying mantis. You ever take a praying mantis, put it in water? Mm-hmm. The amount of stuff that'll shoot out of it, you'd be surprised. And it's like all of them have that.
All of them. These animals come with, like you said, pork. Like, even, I'm gonna be honest, red meat is dangerous for our people. Like, I tell people transitioning, just try to get off the red meat. Red meat, dairy, milk, anything to do with a cow, leave it alone. We are not meant. Okay, so this is gonna be a little deep for the average person, but I'm gonna be real. When you start studying and you start seeing, like, you really wanna eat from nature or whatever nature produces you, you figure out that the cow don't come from nature. Then you're like, God damn it. I'm eating the meat that man literally domesticated. Because they started realizing that wild animals are aggressive. It's hard for us, because remember, we not on all fours, we don't got the canines and the claws, so these animals can kill us. So it's hard for us to hunt them. So you know what they said? Let's get buffaloes and bison and breed it with another animal and make them dormant. And that's how we got cows. So we're eating an animal made by man. You're still not eating from nature, even though you're eating meat. So imagine, so when you check the pH of a tiger's milk, it's around 8.5 to 8.6, right? Which is alkaline. Anything above 7 on the pH scale is alkaline forming. Anything other is acidic forming. When you check the pH of a cow, it's about 5.8 to 6. You check the pH of a bison, it's about 7.5. Why is that? One comes from nature. One was made by the people here who was put in nature. And literally, once I realized that with everything, like literally everything, the things you put on your skin, the things you put in your hair, what I brush my teeth with. And this is why I said it's a lifestyle for me, because I don't just sell food. I sell my own tooth powder. I sell my own hair grease. I sell my own body butter lotion because I can't use anything else. And there's certain people that live this way. And it's becoming bigger because people want life. I'm giving back life. I'm helping people live longer. My grandmother is 78 years old. And people say she wasn't supposed to be here. That's all I'm gonna say. And she's here and she works with me and she works. She makes food in the kitchen and, you know, like she's not like a lady in bed, none of that. She drives, she does everything. 78, not eating meat. After all of those years of eating meat. That's why I also say it's never too late. If it's in your mind and you could get it, it's for anybody. Because my grandmother adopted this 4 years ago. So she was what, 72? Come on, and she's able to do it, then I don't see any excuses for anyone. Because if you want to live better and you want to feel better, you start doing better. But you can't do better unless you have the information. And that's why I want to be doing things, and I thank you for this, to be put on different platforms so I can actually talk about this and at least some people could get the information.
Yeah, I'm super interested. I'm sitting here, I'm like, all right, this I mean, I'm not sure. So like, for somebody who, let's say, is in college, like, how would you be able to even sustain a diet like that when all you have is the cat, all you have is ramen, all you have is certain foods
around you? Mm-hmm. It's the education. So one thing that I'll say is there's a few steps I would take, especially if I'm away at school or something like that. First of all, we all have the internet and Amazon, and you can get almost anything you need kind of off of Amazon. So it's just about knowing, like, you know what, I want ramen. Let me buy millet noodles and make ramen with the millet, because they're not gonna give you a grain that has a bunch of pesticides like ramen noodles. But millet is an ancient grain that is actually gluten-free that releases its glucose into the blood slow. So you don't get a sugar rush either. You get what I'm saying? So let me just get some millet and I could just season that, because that seasoning, that little pack, is salt. So let me get some onion powder, some dill weed, some oregano, some sea salt, put it in there the same way, boil the millet, I got my bowl of ramen. And that's why I want to provide the information, because it's really easy, bro. And then you can start going to your school and your college and talking to the people in certain committees to request certain things that they start having there, you know, more plant-based things, more seeded fruit and things like that. And another thing, most colleges are around local farms. I've noticed that. So look for your local farmers. On the Amish, those are the people you shop with, literally.
I remember in the summer, I was training for track and lifting. So I started going to the Amish market. I was only eating rice and chicken.
Okay.
I started getting big. Like, I'm not getting fat though. I started getting big. I started moving fast. So I was like, oh yeah, I can see the difference.
And then and honestly, those foods aren't that beneficial for you, but being that it's coming from them, they don't have the pesticides, the chemicals, and a lot of those components in it. So I would definitely say that was good. That was a good. You see, you already naturally been doing it. You know, now you just got to change up what you do with it a little bit here and there, and you're good to go, literally. But look into more seeded fruit, vegetables, like, cause rice is starch. It's pure starch. Starch slows you down. I don't know if you know that, but think about when they put spray starch on the plants, they make it stiff and straight. Starch in your body.
I did that to
stiff and straight. But you want to move. You want to be agile. You get what I'm saying? So the starch tightens you up. So there's something called wild rice. It's a long, black, skinny-looking rice. It's actually not a rice. It just looks like rice. It's actually a vegetable. But this tall grass will fill you up faster than anything and provide you with the highest mineral composition than any other rice on the planet. It's just not having the info. You see what I'm saying? It's the same thing, rice. And then let me get a lion's mane mushroom and eat that as my chicken. I can make you that same flavor, if not better. You get what I'm saying? I wish you guys were here past Friday. I would tell you come down to the restaurant and try some food so you could really see what's going on. Okay. But you know, maybe I could get the wife to do something tonight that I'll bring it tomorrow. Definitely.
All right. So how do you go about like your company? Right, so like you said there, like, so you clearly went and got the knowledge, right? We clearly see you did your research.
I appreciate it.
So how did you go about setting up a business around just your knowledge and growing it?
What I did first, honestly, was I started paying attention to what we needed and what we were lacking in this lifestyle. And then I was like, I want to make it easier, because this is the main reason why people want to adapt this. So it's just like any other business. When you realize what's missing from a market, you try to be that need, you know, you try to fulfill that need. And I also realized with my market, people didn't know they needed me. But I'll be totally honest, COVID helped me a lot. I'm gonna be totally honest, because once COVID came, everybody started getting health conscious. You know, I started right before COVID, so when COVID hit, I saw a pickup because I don't want to get you shut down or nothing, but people that were coming to me with COVID, and in a week they didn't have it. And once people saw I was able to do that, it created an influx of energy coming in, you know?
I remember I was jealous because my brother, he went vegan and he started doing all these things, and we all got COVID at the same time. He was cool. I never got sick, but I couldn't taste or smell. And so you gotta sit there and you quarantine, you ain't got nothing to do. And you can't eat a single thing because it don't taste like nothing.
Taste like nothing.
So you just sitting there like, I mean, I'm hungry, so.
But I don't know what this tastes like.
Yeah, I was heated.
I actually helped a few people get that sense back, that taste and that smell. It's a trick to the nervous receptors, but
I remember how I got it back. I can tell you. I'll tell you
Okay.
when the camera's not around. Exactly. I remember the day. Man, that was terrible.
What's that? I could imagine, bro. I could imagine. Oh man.
Yeah.
But that's basically how I started. And then from there, what I did was I started going to all the vegan businesses. Because one thing I've noticed, people are gonna like when I say this too, but most of the owners of vegan businesses are sick. So I'm like that guy that all of the vegan companies come to, the owners, when they need like health stuff, they come to me. Like they be like, yo, I had a cold or this and that. They're coming to me. So I wasn't able to develop a large customer base of regular customers, but I'm like the business, like business to business, I guess you can say in a sense. I'm working with other vegan businesses because, like I said, my niche market, there's no one doing what I'm doing. So they come to me because they can't really find it nowhere else, especially with the level I'm doing it on.
So what is your plans like moving forward? Like to take, what do you want to do with Veho?
So I'm excited. So I got a few things planned with Veho right now. Veho, first, I want to make sure I'm getting this business franchise. We're working on creating how-to cards and easy step processes that anyone can come in and do the restaurant. Because my wife and I can't be there anymore. We need to go around and teach people. So we're actually in the process of franchising this because we have a few people that want to take it in a few other places. So after we have that total thing franchised, another brand that you saw me passing out, it's an extension of Veho, but it's called Unaltered. Unaltered is simply a brand I created by me basically telling you all of the food they have is hybrid or something. So I just want things unaltered, the way nature made it. And that's kind of what I'm creating a whole brand for. So I already envisioned it, and it's gonna be unaltered foods. So like the new Whole Foods, but one where it's literally all unaltered. So we're in the process of creating a grocery store with products like different pancake mixes. We have our own ramen coming out, hair products, all of that stuff, but with ingredients that are strictly really from Mother Nature, nothing hybridized by man. And that's the grocery side of it. And then finally, my business is also a nonprofit. So I am looking to work with more people that can donate because I want to start helping people for free. Like the same way when you go to the doctor and insurance covers it, I'm working on setting up that system for our people because there is nothing like that for the holistic side of life. And we need it because everybody can't afford it, which we totally understand. But if I'm able to have a balance and communicate and work with individuals that can help us raise funds, instead of me charging someone for a $400 package, they can pay $40 and still receive the same healing. So that's finally what I'm doing and raising that money and building retreat spaces in different countries and here. As a nonprofit, we can legally start opening up our own places of well-being. We can open up our own schools and things like that. So we're looking to raise money to develop that side as well. And that's the kind of structures and where I'm taking this thing.
Okay, perfect. All right, so then how did that connect you to Rap Slam?
Honestly,
what you're doing get you here?
It got me here through my friend Brian, actually. Brian is the one with the scratch business. He does the pancakes from scratch. So he comes from my world a bit. Excuse me. He's trying to get people to transition over as well. So what he did was his products aren't 100% alkaline, but they have a lot of alkaline components to them. Like his pancake mix and fry batter is made with chickpea flour, which is really healthy versus any other flour, and it's gluten-free. So he told me about it and said, hey, come help me and bring a few of your things and let's build. So I was like, I love to come. You know, that's what I do. I network. I like meeting people. I like helping people. So I'll come. And he told me, honestly, he called me this morning. And I was on the next on the next car, I got ready quick and I came over to here and I just got here and I started networking, and it's been amazing, to be honest, the people I'm meeting and the feedback I'm getting. So that's kind of how I got in, just through the grace of God and just being in the right place at the right time.
No, okay.
Definitely.
All right. Well, with that, you know, I'd love to keep talking, but with that, can I just get you to say, like, this is the Black Caliber Podcast?
The Black Caliber Podcast?
Yes.
I got you. This is the Black Caliber Podcast.
And thank you for coming out. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, brother, for having me. I appreciate you. It was a pleasure.
All right, hold on. Let me pause.